I was telling the previous questioner that it's only true in the newer neighborhoods that we're reusing water. It's only in the older neighborhoods we're not. Let me start off by thanking everybody for a great panel and sort of looking at the group. You become the faithful 40 that have sort of hung around for the whole day. So give yourself a hand for being here. I want to thank our speakers and our attendees. I want to particularly thank Eric Hall for his work on putting this all together. I hate to think of how many emails we exchanged over the last year. Patricia Papin and the Environmental Law Society, you guys have been fabulous today. Let's give them a hand. I want to thank Florida Coastal School of Law and JU for letting us do this. And I want to particularly thank our presenters today, as I mentioned earlier, and also the people who came out and did displays. And our caterer, we did a great job, I thought, today on breakfast and lunch and snacks and everything else, and our little sugar high this afternoon, we sort of got through things. As we start looking forward to next year, you've got a survey. If you haven't filled it out, please do so and put it on the back table. I want to make a couple of quick comments, because I realize I'm standing between you and getting out of here. Because I heard several things that ran through all of our presentations today. And part of it is what we don't know can hurt us. And we sort of live with that. We require clean air, clean water, clean soil, and we've taken a lot of this stuff for granted. And this afternoon we started talking about the idea that we don't pay for water, we don't pay for air, and yet they're the kind of things that we require in order to live. And this conference today has done a really good job, I think, of showing a very strong link between the environment and public health. But it's been also interesting, particularly this morning we heard, that we have moved away from sort of what I call catastrophic events, the Rachel Carson silent spring, the Keystone incidents, those kind of things. And what we've moved towards is a much more insidious kind of slowly killing ourselves with chemicals that are slowly seeping into things that we do. And part of the problem, I think, is this sort of lack of communication, lack of education. And what that does is leads to a lack of awareness. And so people don't seem to quite understand sometimes of what really is going on. We heard several speakers talk about the fact that global issues like climate change do in fact impact individuals. And the most susceptible of those individuals are our children. And there's an old saying that gets assigned to a number of different cultures over the years that, we don't own this earth, we just lease it from our children. And we've got to sort of think about that as we move forward. Health impacts are happening today. It's not something that's going to happen in the future. One of the things that Lynn mentioned earlier, there is no planet B. We've got to take care of what we got right now. That clean water and clean air is critical, and it's up to each of us to make our voice heard. And so, I think Becky would mention earlier, some people think, why me? What can I do to make a difference? Well, the reality is, if you don't do it, then no one else will. It's an old cliche. But if each of us does it, and we're part of 1 million people in the greater Jacksonville area, we can make a difference. So I encourage you to do that. Get involved, particularly the young attorneys in the audience that are coming along. We're looking to you guys to help us in the future. So, Eric, you want to say anything as we wrap up?
Just like to thank Dr. White. He's been very instrumental in this entire panel, getting everybody together and helping us coordinate it. So thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much.